Across the country, there's another disease growing alongside coronavirus: addiction.
The coronavirus pandemic now creating challenges for people who are dealing with depression and isolation and addiction as well.
Health officials saying overdose rates are on the rise across the state.
These are the things we don't think about. I mean, the overdose rate has tripled.
And lawmakers are starting to notice.
In-person support meetings are canceled. Treatment clinics and counselors are curtailing appointments.
With barriers looming larger, solutions to substance use have now gone digital.
Addiction is a very isolating disease, and it wants us to be alone.
We're seeing higher rates of alcohol and drug use as folks struggle with ways to cope with the fears and the isolation around the pandemic.
Jessica Holsey founded the Addiction Policy Forum, an organization dedicated to ending the stigma and translating the science around addiction.
I lost my parents to heroin use disorder, so this has been my life's work to improve how we respond to addiction. I think sharing our stories and being honest about our own personal struggles, as well as our family struggle with this disease, helps to bring this out of the shadows.
Out of the shadows and into cyberspace, the Addiction Policy Forum invited us to a newly formed recovery meeting via Zoom for people in quarantine. The meeting is a judgment-free zone designed to restore the hope that someone could start or stay in the recovery process while in isolation. The rules: raise your hand to speak, and what happens at recovery meetings stays at recovery meetings. Everyone you're about to meet agreed to be filmed, is in recovery for some type of addiction, and works for the Addiction Policy Forum.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Connections Recovery meeting. I'm a counselor at Addiction Policy Forum Helpline and the Connections app.
My name is Jay Ruet. I'm a person in long-term recovery myself. I just celebrated 10 years in recovery in March.
Hi, I'm Kayla. I am from outside Chicago, and I am also in recovery. God willing, in June, I'll have 6 years. So that's super, super exciting.
No topic is off limits, from evolving support systems.
Certainly for me, the absence of having a meeting to go to is challenging. I think one thing that you find, as these others, as Kayla and Sue can attest to, is that you really develop a special bond with the people that you're sharing such intimate knowledge and details with about your past.
To fears.
This whole situation brought up a crap load of fear. If I'm in that fear, then it can bring me to that dark place where I'm I just want relief. What do I get relief from? Drugs and alcohol.
And turning past triggers into today's triumphs.
For me, it can just pull as, I'm a little bored. I haven't smoked cigarettes in 11 years. You know what? I'll be I want to stir something up. I'm a little bored. Maybe I'll go get some cigarettes. Oh my God, where did that come from?
What's that old saying that the most dangerous part of your body is that 6 inches from your neck up? You got to get out of your own head sometimes.
The Addiction Policy Forum points to several resources ranging on one's access. Need to talk to other people who get it? Join a Zoom meeting. No Wi-Fi? Call them. Don't feel like talking? Try texting via their Connections app, which can also point people to other resources like educational videos, therapy, or getting medicine like naloxone. The organization wants the millions who are struggling to know that self-isolation should not mean a lack of support. And talking about your struggle does not have to feel scary.
If there is one thing you could tell yourself pre-recovery, what would it be?
Would I listen?
You're forced to listen to it. I don't know if you have to act on it, but you got to listen to it.
All right, well, yeah, go there, do that.
There should not be any stigma to relapsing. There should not be a stigma to the bumps in the road that you're inevitably going to hit, but just continue sticking with it. As cliche and trite as that sounds, keep sticking with it.
I would tell myself not to hate myself so much, because I know definitely in my addiction, I hated the person I was. And so really trying to encourage myself to love myself and know that just because I make mistakes doesn't mean I am a mistake.